Well, welcome back to Life on Cars. Hope you're all well. Now, in today's video, my daughter's been and picked up these Pioneer 13cm speakers to go in her Nissan Micra because one of the speakers has been a bit crackly, so a bit of an upgrade. So come on, let's find out how we did this and see if they're any good. Let's go. Right, speaker upgrade time for Nigel and Nissan. Making plans for Nigel. So, how are we going to do this? Are you going to do it?
No, I'm going to do what you tell me.
Right, so we will need to take the door panel off first and get access to, there's only two speakers in this car, both in the door. So we'll figure out how to get the door panel off and then see about putting these Pioneer 250 watters and see if it makes a difference to the stereo. Right, I think we need to take this out because I think there's a couple of screws behind it. I think, just carefully, pops out. It's always been up at the front, this, hasn't it? It doesn't click in properly on your car. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this needs to come out. So I've got this trim tool here, which is quite handy for just whenever you're doing anything on trims, just be careful that you don't. Screwdrivers tend to mark things. So if you can use something with two prongs or so, just going to gently go down there and see if that, there we are. Yeah, that does need to come out because there's a couple of screws behind there. Just bring you in for a look-see. So yeah, there's a couple of screws there, they need to come out. So let's get them out. I think we might as well just disconnect this connector as well, just to get that out of the way. Just press that tab down there and that comes out. I can put that to one side. Right, take these screws out. Gosh, they're long, them. Like rivets on the Titanic. I've set them, I think, on these Micras. See this trim here? I think this trim has to, because if you don't, the door panel won't come past it. Yeah, there we go, it just pops off that. So I'm pretty sure that there isn't any more hidden screws. I think this is just poppers, so you get your fingers behind and just carefully pop the door card forward. So it should, that's it, just pop off. We can set that to one side. Alright, so this is the speaker that we're going to replace. So it has an electrical connector on it with two wires. I'm presuming the red one is positive and the green one's negative, but we'll have to test that. And then we need to unbolt the speaker and hopefully we can bolt the new one in. So we're just going to press that tab in there. Alright, we need to take these look like 10mm. Yeah, the speakers on Nigel have gone a bit tinny, haven't they, Abby?
A bit old. Ready for an
And you do like your music, so hopefully. Surprising how big these are, like, because I think the new ones, they'll be more powerful, but they're actually a smaller speaker. So hopefully we'll be able to mount them somehow. you want to get one out? What's that? Oh, they're the connectors. Okay, we'll have a look at them in a minute.
Some sort of
Yeah.
instruction. 8 screws.
Screws. Ooh.
Look at that.
Okay.
2.
Yep. Alright, just pass me one of those speakers. Let's size him up. Alright, so what we've discovered is the speakers are a little bit smaller than the original ones. So what I've done is I've just made a bracket which is connected on. I've just made basically a little metal bracket which is going to utilise this hole here. And then we're going to use that bottom hole down there. But before we get this bolted in, we need to sort out the wiring. So what we're going to have to do is basically attach some of the new wires onto these. So we'll solder them on. And then I think I'm going to bring the wires through this hole here and into the back of the speaker. Just using this tool to bear the wires back a bit like that. We're basically going to solder on. We're going to leave the old connector on. And then when we finish, we'll probably just tie strap that up there. You'll see what we're going to do in a minute. There we are. Pop a little bit of electrical tape around these now. Going to route the wires through the bottom of there. Alright, so I think we're ready for the marriage. We've got the wiring ready. We'll tidy that up when we've finished. We've looped it through that existing hole at the bottom. So we're going to connect the speaker on now. Just make sure them insulated covers are over the connectors, like that. So we're going to bolt it up now, and you'll come back to me and I'll show you when it's finished. Alright, so we're in. So there's our new bracket at the top, just to connect into the door. If you're doing this yourself, make sure if you're needing to buy nuts and bolts, always get nylocks so they don't vibrate out. I need to go to the shop, so I've ended up using a anti-rattle washer on the back of there to stop that one from getting loose. But I did find a nylock for the bottom one. So that's in nice and solid now. We've just tested it, it's banging. So the only other thing we're going to do, I'm just going to tie strap this cable up out of the way, so let's get that done. So there we are, we've got the cable come up there. We've just tie strapped the original connector and everything up there so it doesn't rattle around. So we're ready to put the door panel back on now. Just a top tip when you're putting these back on, make sure that the first thing is the rubber there needs to go down into the gap in front of the window. And then before you start pressing it back, just make sure the clips are lined up so that it all clips, and obviously make sure your connectors poking up out the middle of there for the door switch. And then it should just click back into place. just like that. Pop our little trims back on. Pop our window switches back. Don't forget to put your screws back in here. Done. Done. I can clip this back in now. Got a feeling this, if you hook the front in first, it might actually go in a bit better.
Oh, voila.
Voila. That does fit properly if you put it back in properly. Nice. All right, same again on the passenger side now. Are the speakers any better?
Much better. Definitely. Big improvement. Worth doing.
Nice. Well, there you go then. So, yeah, they actually turned out, the speakers themselves are actually the same size as what was in. It's just that the original speakers come with this big plastic casing, as you can see. So if you wanted to go a little bit bigger on your speakers, you could probably get away with maybe 15, 16 centimeters. So yeah, top tip, you can put a bigger speaker in the door of a Nissan Micra because there's a big hole. Anyway, I hope you got something out of the video, and if you did, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you all again very soon with something else on Life on Cars. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.